My name is Keelan Johnson. I am the market sales director here for Security National Live for Security National Live Life. I think the vaccine's got me a little bit muddled here, but and I've been here with the company for going on 6 years now, and super excited about the final expense industry. Super excited about what we have going on here. Super excited about final expense, the weather, the getting through and over the COVID now, because it's very exciting that we're now getting through all of this and hopefully being safe out there. And again, what I was saying before is that I went this morning and got my first round of the COVID vaccine. And as I was sitting there this morning and in line to go get that in the car, I saw all the cars that were going through there and all the people that were going through there. And it just occurred to me that the vaccine is something that is volunteer. You don't have to get it, okay, and you don't have to take it, but we're doing it to protect ourselves. But we're also doing it. I'm not that worried about me and something in my health happening to me. I'm pretty healthy or reasonably healthy, I think. I'm not in my 60s, 70s, or 80s. And but mainly the reason I went to go to get a vaccine is to protect others. To protect others. Okay, so we're going through putting something in our body and going through a vaccine for ourselves, but it's also a lot for others. I've got older parents in their 70s. I'm around everybody, I call them you guys, but people here on the line, I'm around y'all in the training. As you can see up here, I'll show you in a minute where I'm very excited. What we had our training last week. All right. But it's mainly about others and protecting others because I don't want to be the one that goes and spreads COVID to other people. Okay, so when we think about final expense, and I was sitting there this morning in line, ready to get my arm stuck, you're ready to do that. I was thinking to myself, why are we doing this? And how does this relate to Security National Life? How is this relatable to Security National Life? And I thought about this is that when we provide final expense life insurance for people, we're not protecting them from a something. We're not giving them a vaccine, but we're helping them. We're helping others, protect their family, protect their kids, protect their beneficiaries, protect their livelihood. Because when they pass away, and it's not if, it's when they pass away, okay, our policy is for others, for the benefit of others. Our policies protect their families so that they have the money. Our policies protect their families so that they are not coming out of pocket. Final expense life insurance is for others. So I want y'all to think about that as and some of y'all may have gone through this and through the vaccine and gone through the lines and everything for this. And we're basically in there for the betterment of when we pass away, when we write final expense life insurance and we pass away, it's for others. Okay. It's not for them because they're going to be passed away. They're going to be dead and gone. I hate to use the word dead, and we don't use that when they pass away or they go to where they're going. It's for the other people. So think about that because it was real, and all they did is they offered, hey, do you, sign up, log in. You got to go through these 4, 5, 6 checkpoints there, show your ID. Do you ask questions? Very similar to a final expense, ask questions. Have you had this in the last 30 days? Have you had that? Have you had this? Have you had that? No, yes, no, yes, no, yes. So if the government can allow us to go get a vaccine to protect ourselves and protect others, why can't we provide final expense life insurance to everybody we know to protect others? to protect others. Okay. And that was the key word I want to think you to think about today as you're talking to your clients and as you're visiting with your clients. It's not about me, it's about protecting you. So when I'm gone, you being a kid, a loved one, a family member, so that you don't have to come out of pocket. Okay. And you're not at the expense. You're not the one hurting. Okay. So again, welcome to today's webinar, and today's idea is about final expense and why we do this and why we protect people. It's for others. Okay, we're protecting them to run a policy for others. So welcome. So a couple of things here. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Type yes in the chat bar if you can hear me. I appreciate y'all coming back into this one. It seems to, I don't know why my voice was muddled or muffled, but hopefully we can hear me okay right now. We got quite a few people on the line. If you have any questions, again, any questions at all, throw them in the chat box and I'd be glad to answer them. If you have something you want to learn a little bit more about today, this is an open kind of conversation, and we do have a lot of people though for muting purposes and for noise. We've got everybody muted, but if you want to type in there, or if you can't, you can unmute yourself and ask your question. Okay, so a little housekeeping. You're going to see, and you've seen me send out an email about new commission sheets. Okay, and so I need you to sign those. And here's why we are signing the new commission sheets, is because the new commission sheets allow you to have your top commissions up to 75. Okay, so up to 75 years old. Okay, so up to 75. So what that means is before these new commission sheets, your top tier commissions only went up to 69. Okay, so now they're going up to 75. So you're going to have the ability on the new commission sheets to have full commissions all the way up to age 75. So that's a good thing. So I need you to sign them and send them back to me. But I want to be real clear here with everybody. There's quite a few people on the line here. You're going to see this next thing is 1, 2, 3, 4 with embedded in the email. Okay. It's my job, and it's my job. It is my job because I'm paid by the company, by Security National Life. It's my job to help you protect people. It's my job to help you protect people. Okay. And I'm just going to be real blunt and clear because I don't know how to do this. But we have a lot of people that get appointed and they come into meetings and they get trained and they never go out and write policies, or they might write one policy every year, or maybe one policy every other year. Okay. And that's okay if that's you. It's just that Security National Life has a cost investment in you. Security National Life has a cost investment with you. Okay. So when we bring somebody into an appointment and Security National Life brings somebody in to appoint you, it costs around, depending on what state, $130 or so to bring you in. It costs us that much money to bring an agent in and to appoint them, to train them, to do what I do, and to give them materials, give them supplies. Every year we have to re-register you with the states if you're appointed, in those states. So it costs money for Security National Life to do business with each one of you, even though you are a independent 1099 employee contractor. You're not an employee, you're a contracted labor contract sales. Okay, so 1099, but it still costs us money over here. Okay, so when I ask these questions about this over here, what do you plan on doing this year? Do you plan on being an agent that wants to write 3+, 4+, 5+, 6+ policies? Are you one that's going to write maybe one policy a month? Are you not sure what you're going to write? Are you just here to do it part-time? And I might throw you an app here and there, Keelan. Oh, I might write a policy here and there, Keelan. I might do this. Okay. Or are you simply not going to write anything at all? And I really need to know this. And if you're not planning on writing anything at all, we can't as a company continue to support agents that write nothing and zero, if that makes sense. If you've been in business before, We just can't continue to serve agents that write zero. We need agents that we can count on that are going to work at trying to write, one, two, three policies a month. We don't ask much. We do have vested interest in you. We do have time in you. We do have materials in you, and we do love you, and so we want to help you get better. We want to help you, sharpen your tools and sharpen your skill sets. I sent out invitations, for this last meeting here, and that we had that just passed, and we had multiple people come in. This is the second day here in Georgetown, Texas, to enjoy the nice area and the nice meeting room, and to be socially distanced or not. And with lanyards, and I provided lanyards and shirts on a 2-day training. And I think it was very, very good. Okay. We're going to be doing more of this. I'm going to be doing more of this in beautiful Central Texas here. We're going to have probably 1 or 2 a month. I strongly encourage you. This is free to you, other than the travel and your lodging, and your food, but the meeting is free to you. Okay. So strongly encourage you to get branded. Strongly encourage you to join, up in these opportunities here, because I want you, okay, to be branded, and I want you to be a Security National Life agent, and I want you to be in this 3+, 4+, 5+ per month, range. We have an agent on the line here that's in the top of the company, the top in our company, and she writes, I'll keep her name, under wraps just for personal, whatever, but she's writing, $10, $11, $12,000 a month. And she is really, really rocking it, so it's very doable. She works leads, she works with clients, she works referrals, anything you give her. Okay. So it's very doable. So I need you to send that back, but I also need you to be honest with me. If you don't plan on writing anything, okay, if you don't plan on being involved, let me know, and that's okay. That's okay. We can terminate a contract, an appointment, if you don't want to write with us. That's okay too. All right. And so, but we really, really want to work with the people that want to work with us. Okay. So that's the case in point. It costs us money, and we want to work with you. Send those back to me. Let's rock and roll. 2021 is a new year. The sun is out. It's warm. We're all getting, our vaccines are not. The COVID is slowly disappearing in areas, and we need to get back out because people need us. Look at this next thing here. Okay. This is really what I want to focus on. These two things. My favorite saying in 2020 was, we want to serve people versus selling people. We want to serve people versus selling people. We want to serve them. We want to be there for them. We want to help them. We want to protect them so they can protect for others. Okay. And then I know it's a lot of scratching on the screen here, but we need to find the need. Okay. The need. This word right here, I'm going to point back over here, is bigger than ever. Okay. Bigger than ever. Find the need, because there are needs out there. What 2020 has done is open the eyes of a lot of people. 2020 has really opened the eyes of a lot of people. What do I mean by that? I mean, it has really taken people from the fact of, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm going to pass away. I'm just going to die of old age. I'm going to die of old age. My mom and dad lived to their 80 or 90, and I'm precursed to do that too. I'm going to live forever. I'm not going to die. I'm in good shape. I'm in good health. And all of a sudden, 2020 came, and some people passed away that weren't supposed to pass away. Okay. I don't know if anybody has been here, for another year or 2 or 3 and has been around watching things, but there was an agent that was the top of the board last year and the year before, and I don't think the family would mind me mentioning his name. His name is Miguel Alvarez Rendon, one of my top agents. And I think he was in his later 40s, 49 or 50. And, he wasn't writing for a few months. And I was like, what's going on? So I texted him and whatever, couldn't get a hold of him. His wife called me, and he passed away this last year. Miguel was a very good friend of mine. He was in all of our meetings, all the road shows, and he was out protecting people. He was out protecting people. And I'm not saying that he got it from being out there, but he, just like a lot of us probably, acquired the COVID and wasn't able to get over it. He passed away. I had another husband and wife that were at my meetings last year, right before the COVID started, on the road shows down in San Antonio. They were from Marble Falls, Texas. Beautiful couple, late 40s, early 50s, right in that eight range, and just loved, love them to death. And got a call from her, and he had passed away too, out in Marble Falls, Texas. So my heart goes out to both of those agents, and I know there's other ones out there that have experienced that. But that's opened the eyes. That's opened the eyes of what we do. What we do is so important right now. We are really as big as doctors right now. We are as big as any other profession right now that can go protect people. You have a license, okay? You are the professional out there. I need you to find other people. I need you to get branded in some sort of way and fashion, okay? I need you to put some effort into your agency, into your business, and let's go out there and be those people, be that rescue squad, okay? And be those people that can help everybody out. Look at the smiles on their face. Look how branded they are. Look at the name tags and everything. Okay. Just don't look at how much weight I've gained over the COVID. So, so, and anyways, also, if you're not on Facebook, join my business Facebook right here, because I have also a chat group and a discussion group. But here's where I post a lot of things that may be relevant to you. Look at this right here. Everybody seen this? Everybody seen this? Guess what starts today? Guess what starts today? And it's usually going to run about 15 months, and usually about 9,000 in production. I don't know what they're going to do on this. It's going to be in Bali or Peru. All your expenses paid with you and a spouse or you and a significant other to Bali or Peru. It starts now. We are about to go in October on the last one. That's to Israel. President's trip. Don't miss these things. These are very doable for you. If you're writing, $6,000-7,000 a month, it's very doable for you. And I promise these vacations are something you would never do ever in your life, because they are well worth it. The year before last, we went to Monaco. The year before that, went on an Alaskan cruise. We're going to Israel, and now it's either going to be Bali or Peru. I think they're probably going to choose Bali. Just because Bali was one of the options last year, and they chose Israel. Okay. They chose Israel. Okay. So be aware, starting now, you got a fresh new start, a brand new start right today on this trip, and it's time to rock and roll. Okay. On that. So, but you see how I'm posting some things over here. Top producer, look at that. The meeting last week, join the team. Here's the beautiful flyer that we got put out. Did some training down in Houston. Look at that group right there. Okay. Launch into 2021, week 6. A little clip from me in my office. I don't know if y'all saw that, but that is me. And that is my office right there with the Longhorns back there. So I've got an office. Anytime you want to come visit or anytime you want to do some training, I'm here. So get plugged in. Okay, to that. So, all right. So anyways, that's what, I'm sorry to take a little time there. I just want y'all to know how important it is to me and how important it should be to you to get branded, get involved. This is one reason why we actually write, if you've got several carriers, it's very important, during the meeting last week, a couple of things that we learned, and I learned, and one of the guys said, he was taught in baseball, and I have to steal it from him. So Antonio, thank you for this word of wisdom. He said in baseball, he was having a hard time. He was on the pitcher's mound, and he just wasn't with the game, and he was having a hard time throwing the balls that the catcher wanted. And the coach came out there and said, "What's wrong?" And he goes, "Well, my curveball's not working right now, and my slider's not good, and so I don't know what to do." And the coach said, Antonio said, "You're good." He goes, "You have your own pitch. It's a fastball, an outside fastball." He goes, "Throw the fastball over and over and over. Throw it inside, throw it outside, wherever. Don't worry about the curve right now. Don't worry about the slider right now. Throw your fastball. That's your best pitch. That's your best pitch. Okay. And your best pitch is that. So what is your best pitch? What is your best pitch? And what I mean by that, what are you good at as far as final expense goes? Are you good at telesales? Are you good at meeting people? Are you good at referrals? Are you good at working your own business? Are you good at going around town and talking to other locations? Okay. What are you good at? What is your pitch? Do you like mail outs? Do you like, okay. So I don't know what your pitch is, but I'm going to show you several different opportunities here and you develop your pitch. But in the grand scheme of things, these people on the screen, it's about getting to them, whether it's your contacts in your phone, ordering leads, whatever it is, we're going to get to them. Okay. So that's a little bit behind the scenes. We're going to throw our best pitch and find the need for people. Okay. So I'm excited about this morning. In case you can't tell, I'm pumped up. So I get that away every once in a while. So here is, and most of y'all have seen it, and so I don't want to be redundant. Some of you are new, so you haven't. Okay, so we've got a little homework to do. But I've been asked this morning to really focus on, how to, I've been tasked this morning to focus on underwriting and rating. Underwriting and rating, because a lot of times the beginning of even writing an application is getting the correct rate. And then, which also goes along with underwriting, okay, getting the right rate and underwriting. So it's not necessarily how to complete the app, but it's about making sure that when you quote someone, it is the correct quote, okay, and it is the right quote for the person, okay. So let's just jump. I'm going to go through the training website real quick, and jump through this. Right, so this is a how-to section for brand new people, okay? But first of all, you have to, like anything else, find my training website, finalexpenselife.us, finalexpenselife.us. Save that to your phone. How do you save it to your phone? Very good little tutorial. If you have an iPhone or Android, anytime I point out a website up here, which is going to be several things, I'm going to point out my training website. I'm going to point out the agent portal, which you need to do the same thing with. And I'm going to point out the rate calculator. Okay, so there's three things this morning you need help saving these to your phone. Okay, and when you save them to your phone, they are going to go on your phone as what you call an icon. An icon. Okay, so what is an icon? An icon is simply taking a website, making an icon out of it, which an icon is basically short for a picture, and it saves it on the home screen of your phone to where you don't have to pull up anything but that one picture. So you just hit that picture right here, hit that picture button, and it takes you to wherever you're going. It takes you to the training website. It takes you to the rate calculator. Okay, so you got training website. You may have an icon on your phone that's the rater. You may have another icon on your phone that goes to the training website, my portal, and in the rate calculator, my training website, and the agent portal. Okay, so you're going to see all three. Okay, so this is how you do it. So if you click right here on this little icon, it will show you how to do this in simple terms. So watch this.
You can add an app icon to the home screen of your iPhone or iPad for easy access to the agent portal. Open the agent portal website in your web browser. Tap the share button at the bottom of your screen. It's the one that looks like a box with an arrow pointing out of it. Then find the add to home screen button. You can rename the icon if you like. We're going to keep this as agent portal. And now you've got a shortcut added to your home screen. You can now access this from the home screen of your phone, and with just a tap, you've opened the agent portal.
Okay, so that's how it goes on an iPhone. Watch this. It shows you how to do the same thing from your Android.
You can add an app icon to the home screen of your Android phone for easy access to the Agent Portal. All you need to do is open the Agent Portal website in your Chrome web browser, then press the three-dot menu in the top right-hand corner of your screen. You'll want to find the option that is Add to Home Screen. You're now able to rename the app if you'd like. We're going to keep it as Agent Portal. Tap Add. This next screen may vary a little bit based on the phone you have. In this case, we're just going to tap Add. And now you've got a shortcut added to your home screen. You can see that we can now access this from the home screen of our phone. And with just a tap, you've opened the Agent Portal.
Okay, so two little things there. Okay. Okay, perfect, Leon. Thank you for that. Talking about leads, we'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so thank you for that little chat there. So here's how you add it to your home screen. Okay, another cool thing, changing the default language. So on Agent Portal 2.0, you're going to be hearing about Agent Portal 1.0 and 2.0. Okay, so this is for brand new people. This is Agent Portal 2.0. This is what it looks like. This is the new one. You need to have this on your phone or on your computer, okay, to where you can take a look at it and you can actually access it, because this is really good for you. All right, so this is 2.0 on this screen. If you want to, you can go over here on this one and you can click on your little person and you can change the language if you want from English to Spanish. So if any of y'all prefer Spanish on your portal, you can see right here, this is in English and in Spanish. Okay, so you can change it one way or the other, back and forth. Okay, so that's pretty cool. All right, so it shows you how to do that. The other thing that I have right here, and I'm going to be changing this week or a first part of this weekend or next week, but this is how to upload documents using your mobile app. Okay, uploading documents using your mobile app. Okay, send a paper application to the company through your phone. Okay, so there is a YouTube video right here showing you.
Hello, this is Mike Karnakis with Security National Life's Marketing Department. Just wanted to spend a few minutes and walk you through how to upload new business within Agent Portal 2.0. As you can see, I'm logged into Agent Portal 2.0. Right here on my home screen, I'm going to find that option under New Business, right here where it says Uploads. I click Upload. I'm just going to grab my test document here. As you can see, it uploaded right there. I'm going to go to Next. Gives you a couple options for new business, or if you're submitting corrections, you can do that there as well. For this method, we're going to do new business. Populate my agent number, name, the insured's name, any additional comments that are needed, and then we're going to click Next. And you can see here's my review. It's going to new business. This is what I'm sending. And then all my information will come up here as far as my agent number and whatnot. And then click here. We'll go to finish. You can see upload is in progress. And that's it. Down here, you'll see upload successful. And that is how you upload new business. Same method as far as submitting a correction. You'll do the same process. Click. You can see my test document. We'll go to corrections. Agent number, my name, make sure those are correct. Any additional comments that are needed? Then we'll go to next. Review. This is where we're submitting corrections, what we're uploading, and then you'll confirm your agent number and the insured's name and any additional comments that are being submitted as well. We'll go to finish. Upload successful. Again, this is how you upload new business within Agent Portal 2.0. This is either submitting new business or submitting a correction to an app that you've submitted. Again, if you have questions, you can reach out to us at our agent hotline, 855-SNL-4SNL, or you can reach out to your Security National Life Manager as well.
So perfect. So see how easy that is, okay? So what we're talking about there is when you're uploading a document, okay, from a mobile, from your phone, okay, we're talking about how to do business in person, okay? So this is an actuality when you have an actual physical paper application, okay? Paper application going on, all right? So you take that paper application and you open up your Agent Portal 2.0 and you submit it straight to the company, all right? Which leads me into the next section. How are we doing business? We're doing it in person and we're doing it over the phone, okay? Last week, I went through how to complete an application over paper and over the telesales, okay? And so we did that last week on paper. So how to sell a policy in person. You find your Security National Life applications, okay? You get your presentation together, okay? This is a presentation. I did the presentation last week. You get the funeral planning fact sheet, which the funeral planning fact sheet is an actual document that helps you talk to people about why we do what we do, okay? This is a very good piece. And even in our one-on-one meetings last week, everybody got a lot of value out of this, okay? And if you've never seen these, here's what it looks like. We have it in English and in Spanish. So we really, really want to focus when we're with a client on giving them value. And this is a good piece to give to your client because it takes a tragic moment and puts this document into the family's hands. And it has 122 things right here that if you read the top, it goes like this. Planning a funeral, especially when you find yourself in a difficult time of bereavement, can be a daunting task. The list that follows contains some decisions that need to be made by every family to make arrangements for funeral, sometimes in just a matter of hours. We have seen the best way to plan is to plan ahead, and that's what we do with our clients. We plan ahead. We provide a policy for them. We provide an opportunity for them to plan ahead and make a difficult time more bearable. Isn't that what we do? We make a difficult time more bearable. You know, you're in the business to help people in difficult times, in very difficult times. When someone passes away, there's really a couple of 2 or 3 people that need to be contacted. You're one of them. You know, if you write a policy, you know, on a family, you're going to be one that's going to be contacted one day. Hey, so such and such passed away. I did a little drill or exercise this last week with all the agents there, and there were only, you know, I don't say there was 12 of them there, or 10. And between all 10 of the agents that were in there, they had 8,000 contacts in their phone. Okay, total 8,000 contacts in their phone. And I asked this question. I said, how many of these 8,000 people that are in your phone that you know them, they're warm, they're here, they're in your phone, they're friends, they're coworkers, they're families, they're people that you know. How many of these 8,000 people here are going to pass away? And it was an overwhelming response is that all of them, all of them, all 8,000 are going to pass away. And I asked them another question. How many of them are protected that you know of? Crickets. Crickets. They didn't know. They didn't know how many were protected. All they knew is that all of them were going to pass away one day. They didn't know how many protected. So isn't it our job? Isn't it our calling? Isn't it our opportunity to put our suit on, to put our shirt on? Okay. Every family, see this word right here? Every family. And this 8,000 wasn't even talking about, it was just talking about the direct people, not the brothers, the sisters, the aunts, the mothers, the father, the daughters, the son, those people of 8,000. So if you actually take 8,000 and multiply it times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 7, I'm not that great at math, but I believe it's somewhere around 57,000, 53,000. No, 57. Yeah, 57,000. So it is 64, 57. Yeah, it should be 57,000. So 57,000 people, every family. With your knowledge, staff to learn more about pre-arranging, how easy, affordable pre-planning really is. Okay. I actually have never done that. I did that on the whim just now, but it makes a lot of sense because think about how many people we need to go help. We need to go help them. You can buy leads and everything else, but in the grand scheme of things, we need to help these people. Okay. Thank you, Diana. It's a very useful app. And this is coming from the person that, if you saw in the previous screen, was the agent of the day across the country. She was. That's just now, is chiming in on that. Okay. So she sees it as a very useful app, and she's the agent in the country. Last week on a certain day, it is. So thank you for the input. So use this right here. Okay. Use that during your presentation pieces right there on the funeral planning fact sheet. And then the COVID questionnaire. So a little short, just so we have it all out on the clear. When you're doing a paper application, you see these rules and regulations right up here on the COVID. But basically, let me summarize it for you. Is the only time you need a COVID questionnaire is if you're over 65, or actually 65 and over. Okay. If they're 65 and over and they are applying for a preferred or standard, which for those of y'all that are brand new, preferred and standard are our day one coverages, which means the day you write the policy is the day that they are covered. Okay. So it's day one coverage, preferred and standard. So that's the only time. So let me take the reverse of it. If they're under 65, you don't have to have this COVID questionnaire. And if they're applying for modified, you do not have to have it. So just to know that. Okay. And let me just get clear too on this. The COVID questionnaires are only required if you're doing a policy in person. Okay. If you're doing a policy in person, that's the only time that the COVID questionnaire comes into play. If you're doing a telesales app, remember the telesales app right here. You don't have to have the COVID questionnaire because during this phone verification, during our phone verification area, the company will ask these COVID questions. Okay. So you don't have to have the paper application. You just put it into the system, send it into the system, do it over the phone, do it over your computer, send it to the company, and then do a phone verification. Okay. So phone verification, telesales. Again, we have our agent portal 2.0. All right. And where do we find the telesales button? Everything you need. This will look like this on your computer. It will look a little different on your phone. Okay. But here is the 3 things you need. Remember what we watched Mike Vanacaris a while ago do? Uploads. Okay, when do we use uploads? We use uploads right here only if we have a paper application. Okay, remember, we're taking a picture of paper applications, we're uploading it to the company. A rate calculator, I'm going to go through that in a second, but rate calculator, you have several ways to find the rate calculator. This is on Agent Portal 2.0. If you're still, okay, if you're still on Agent Portal 1.0, which this looks like this, remember Agent Portal 1.0, if you're still doing that, that's totally okay. Okay, if you go under New Business, here is the tabs here under Agent Portal 1.0. Okay, so again, you have the telesales application here. You can still, if you are still that kind of person that wants to use a scanner, okay, again, you can scan it into 2.0, but you can also scan it into the 1.0 right here, or New Business, okay? You can still do that. And then this button is really important too, Policy Progress. This is going to show you, when you sent the application in, if the underwriter is working on it, if there's any pending requirements that you need to get done, and when it was issued, and that just shows you the progress of your policy all the way from start to finish. So if you're trying to figure out where your policy is, Keelan, I sent it in yesterday, where is it? Before you call me, check out the Policy Progress button, and I think you'll be able to go in there and find that under the Policy Progress button, okay? So check it out and take a look at it under Policy Progress. All right, so let's go back over here. And again, Agent Portal 2.0, and then you have your telesales button again right over here. It will show you your policies. It will show you your recent statements, which is your money there. And then some other things up in here you may want to jump in and play around with underneath 2.0, okay? So rewind a little bit. I like to rewind. We got some good little areas up here for help. We got how to sell a policy in person, how to sell a policy over the phone, pretty self-explanatory. Rate calculator, I'm going to circle back around to that. And then this area, this is a very good area for everybody to take a peek at, okay? Very good area to take a peek at right in here, okay? So Kenya, if you'll get with me after this, I'll give you the email directions for that for the iPhone. So very good. All right. So here we have some very good downloads, and I want to show you this because I think it's very crucial that you use these for your business and how you use them. So I'm going to spend a little time here. 4 policies offered at Security National Life. And I don't think this is bad review for everybody. Matter of fact, we did it in the class and it was really good. But 4 policies, if you can see, because I always have, what policies do we have and when do I use them? What policies do we have and when do we use them? Okay. The simple security plan is going to incorporate probably 92% of your business. It is our key plan, our core plan, and the one we use the most because it is for our people ages 40 to 90. Okay. So it is for our people 40 to 90. And that's what we're going to use the most. It's our most competitive plan. We do all preferred and standard and insulin diabetics, and I'll show you that in a minute. There's no phone interview. So what I mean by no phone interview, I don't want y'all to get confused, okay? So the thing about it is no phone interview means this. If you're doing a policy in person, okay, there is no telephone interview. Okay, there's no telephone interview because basically you're just sending the application in, scanning it or uploading it, and you're off to the races. The only time the telephone interview is required, and because you're in person, you're seeing how much do they weigh? Are they on oxygen? Do they smoke? What medicines are they taking? When you do it over the phone, we can't see that. So we have to do a phone verification. You can still write the policy wherever you're at. You can write it in another state if you're licensed there, okay, and appointed there. You can write it across the country, okay? But we're going to need a phone verification, and it's a very short, about 5 or 4 minute phone verification to just verify some things. Here's what I suggest everybody on the line. If you haven't written a policy for yourself, write a policy for yourself. And that's not what we're totally in the business of doing, is just write a policy for friends and family. But gosh, you got to be able to tell the client that, yes, I have a policy myself. And most of y'all, or everybody on this phone, you make commissions on your own policy. So look at your commissions. Look at your commission rate. You're making that much commission on your own policy. So every month, let's say you have an 80% commission rate, whatever it may be. So let's say your policy, okay, is $100 a month for a policy or whatever you're paying, just for math sakes, and you're on an 80% commission rate. Okay, every month you make that $100 a month payment, you're going to get $80 in commissions every month, because a policy on yourself is controlled business, so you get paid as earned. Now everything else, if you go on bank draft, is all 9 month worth of advance. But just for yourself, look at that. You paid $100, you got $80 back. You only paid $20 for your policy. You got a policy. You've shown the illustration. The illustration is strong. And for those of y'all that haven't seen the illustration, then it's a very neat deal to see the illustration, see how your money grows, see how the policy works, see that it's very, very lucrative policy. See that. I know most of y'all have seen it, so I hate to be redundant on most of y'all, but I just keep going back to this. If you haven't seen an illustration, this is what it looks like, okay? And this is what it looks like. And this is actually my illustration. I'm not going to go into detail for time purposes. I want to do a couple other things, but a couple of things to point out. This is my policy. It's a $20,000 policy. I wrote it when I'm 41. I pay $410 a year for it. Okay. So at the very end down here, just in summary, at 20 years, I'll take my 41 to 20. I will be, at this point in time in my policy, I will be 61 years old. Okay. And I've had $20,000 coverage. Look at the options I have. Okay. Pay $410 a year. For math purposes, it's about $32 a month. I have cash value now. I have cash value of $6,053. So I've paid in $8,200 and have cash value. I can take loans on my policies. I can take a paid up. So I will have paid $8,200 on my policy, right? $8,200, and I have a paid up policy for $12,366. Pretty good deal, huh? Pretty good deal. I've got a paid up policy, and I protected my family for $20,000 that whole time. And I can continue to keep making payments and continue to grow my footprint. I'm making a 4.5% interest rate down here, pretty darn good, and grow my policy So everybody, just want to let you know that these policies are good. And, and if you don't have a policy for yourself, go ahead and write one. It's great policy for yourself. And you can tell your client, and you can print out that illustration and show your client, yes, this is a great policy. Look what it can do for you. Now, with the disclaimer, we're not in the business to show people how to make money and grow money. We're in the business to protect people and their final expenses. That's what we're in the business of doing. So make it very clear, we're here, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, to make sure that you're protected in the end. And we don't want you to cancel the policy, because that just negates everything we worked hard on, okay? So think about that as you talk to people. But anybody that's young, get a policy. I mean, it's great. It's a great opportunity for you and your family, and you get renewals for life. So what if you're doing it over Zoom? Mike, from the company standpoint, just seeing somebody over Zoom is not legal when it comes to doing this right here, a policy in person, okay? Seeing a person in person. What you can do, Mike, is if you do like Zoom and you want to do Zoom, and I think it's a very good way to do it, you're welcome to do Zoom and see them and talk to them and visit with them. That's a very, very great way to do it. But just go ahead, Mike, when you're doing that, and go ahead and do the policy over the phone. Go ahead and go into your telesales option here while you're on the phone with them and type in their information here into the computer. Get it all done on the computer while you're with them on the Zoom, and then just simply make that three-way phone call right here to with the client. Make that three-way phone call with the client right here to the home office and get that phone verification knocked out. There's a couple of reasons I like the phone verification also. And the reason is that when you call the company and you do a three-way call and the company asks those repetitive questions to the client, such as, is this your height, this your weight, this is your social? Mr. and Mrs. Jones, do you agree that you're getting a $15,000 policy for $30 a month? Yes, 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 yes. So everybody on the line, as we well know in this business, the last thing we want is cancellations. We don't want people to cancel their policies. So what I see is when you ask a third party and you ask the company, about this, and you ask the company and the company asks your client, it only solidifies the sale by making the client realize what they have and hearing your client repeat, yes, I agree. Yes, I agree. Yes, I agree. And that will help you, because at that point in time, if there's any stones left unturned, and that's kind of a layman term for if there's any questions that the client may have, they will come out and will be revealed. And you always want that, because you want to make sure that your client is in agreement with the rate, with the face amount, and everything they have. Okay, so yeah. So if you want to do Zoom and you like Zoom, I think it's a very great process. Just go ahead and do the telesales app and the verification. All right. So we were back over here. Okay. And we were back here and we did the simple security plan. The second one down is our plan that we're going to use for people 0 to 40. And with this A&D, sometimes people that are a little bit challenged by their weight. Okay. And you'll see that in a moment when I show you the height and weight chart. All right. The next one we have is the MIB plan. Okay, so the MIB plan is right here. We're going to be using this for people that have Alzheimer's, dementia, and basically all the MIB plan asks is 4 questions. And there's not any medical really underwriting on that other than the 4 questions. And you can see that on the MIB plan, MIB application, and it will go through that. All right. And then we have down here, we have the eye care plan. Okay. So we've been doing an eye care here. Yes. So Terry says, I've been doing the phone interview even in person. I didn't know I did not have to do that. No, it's good. I'm glad you're on here, Terry. That's why if you're doing the in-person and you're doing a paper application, you do not have to do a phone interview or phone verification. Okay, so only when you're doing the telesales, Okay, so hope that clarifies that. Because some people want to just go out there and see the people, and that's beautiful. I think we should all be doing that, while we practice, safety. All right. So anyway, so the eye care, we're not going to be using the eye care very often, so I won't go into detail, but basically if you have somebody who's healthy, see the joggers over there, their age is 25 to 55, and they want to face them out somewhere between 25,000 and 35,000. This will grow, this will build cash value, and this is a good plan for them. And the reason is because if you look up here, the security care plan only goes to 15,000. So if somebody needs a little bit more and they want 25,000, that's where you would do the eye care plan. Okay, so take a look at that. But I wanted to show you that because I think it's very crucial that you see right here where that's at. Okay, so where that's at and how you can use it. Okay, so you've got the policies right here at Security National. The second thing here I want to show you is these simple security plan summaries. So if I click into right here, this is really good for if you have somebody that says, hey, can you send me something? Can you email me something? Can you text me something? Can you print something off and drop it by my office, okay, or my house? Perfect, we can. Okay, this is really good because this bullet points right here, what we do and who we are. Okay, so if I can, I always love this time because it helps me with explaining these things. So I would need a volunteer. Can I get a volunteer? Someone please unmute themselves. And I would love to have one volunteer right now, if I can. So somebody unmute themselves. It's can talk and read, and we'll go from there. I need a volunteer.
I'll volunteer, Keelan. This is Alicia Trevino.
Hi, Alicia, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm actually interested in getting a plan for myself. So how about that?
There we go. Well, here you can summarize this. So if you don't
Alrighty.
mind, read these bullet points out loud to all of us, please.
Bullet points, simple security plan,
Sure.
ages, that's one, ages
Keep
40
going,
to
huh?
40, ages 40 to 90,
Right.
2,500 up to 35,000 on day one coverage, preferred or standard, no telephone interview at point of sale, prescription check only, super competitive rates, accidental death rider available, child rider available, all diabetic classes accepted, simple 2-page app, a 24-hour underwriting, you choose draft date, level premiums for life, level death benefits, and benefits can never be canceled, and cash value accumulation. And don't leave the burden to your family.
Listen, is there anything there you want to point out more of, or anything in there you question, or anything in there that does not make sense?
No, it's pretty clear.
Okay, so this is exactly how she presented it, how we need to present this to our clients. We give coverage. We don't do a telephone interview at the point of sale, and that goes back to what Terry, was talking about. On our paper apps, you don't have to do a telephone interview. Now, on your telesales apps, now that we're doing them virtually, it is not really an interview, it's a verification. So the two differences are an interview and a verification. Interview takes a while to do. Verification is just verifying information. Prescription check only, all right. Paid up options. So remember, there is a question, Jesus, I'll get right back to that. Super competitive rates. We have 24-hour, and for those of y'all that are brand new, if you get a policy in before 11 o'clock noon, any day in Central Time, they process that policy the same day and pay you the next, okay? Level premiums and level death benefits. In my class last week, I really explained the differences in term policies, universal life policies, and whole life policies. So I challenge, if anybody wants a little lesson in Life 101, maybe I'll do that next week. But what you actually here are providing for people is a whole life policy, okay? The whole life policy goes forever. It's level premiums, level death benefit, never changes. It's the most secure, safe, and stable life insurance policy that there is out there. And that's why we say that. Cash value accumulation, okay? Remember we did the illustration a while ago, and Jesus, remember the illustration a while ago that we did, and it talks about a paid up, but I want everybody to make sure that we did really understand that from a paid up. Lissy, are you on the phone still? Oh, she jumped off.
Yes, I'm here.
Do you want to try to explain the paid up benefit option on this screen right over here of 12,366 and how that works?
The paid up option benefit?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Got me on the spot here.
No, it's okay. If you don't know, it's okay.
No, I'm kind of familiar with it. Yes, you're actually with the, let's see, you have a 20-year policy here, and yet the 20 left already in year 20, you've already had you have 12,366 paid up. So with the
what can I do? What can I do with that?
Already, that's already paid up, meaning that you've paid up the policy. You can stop paying for it.
Yes.
At a certain date, so you don't have to pay for the rest until you're 90. It kind of makes sense.
You don't have to pay ever again.
Right. It's
Okay.
paid up.
So it's paid up. So Hastings, yes, we do have the paid up option benefits on all of our policies. So if you
Yeah,
got
that's
into a
really good.
situation, you got to do a situation. So here is the, all of you on the line are going to get somebody at some point in time in your career go, oh my gosh, do I have to pay for this thing
Yes.
forever? Do I have to pay for this thing forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever? Okay. And the answer is what? No.
No,
No, there'll be options for you in the future. You can take paid up, you can take cash out, you can take loans. There'll be options for you in the future. Okay. And that's why it's good. Everybody on the line, this is exactly why it's good to have the illustration right here in front of you. Now, their illustration will be different than yours because they're different age, different, male, female, different options, but you will show them how a policy grows. And you can also show them, when they get their policy. But I don't suggest we, talk about that as much unless you think it's relevant to your client, okay? But if it's relevant to your client and it helps you make a sale, then absolutely talk about it. But you've got to have a policy of your own. And if you don't want to get a policy of your own, then I'll terminate you. No, I'm just if you don't have a policy of your own, then actually I can send you this illustration of mine. So just text me afterwards and I'll send you mine since you've already seen it, okay? Yes, I like it. It's good for Hispanic clients that are planning to return to their countries in the future and don't want to pay any more being there. So that's a good, if they have a 10-year plan or a 20-year plan to go to their country, and for example, yeah, they can take paid up benefits anytime in here, okay? Anytime here. So for example, let's just do a really quick one here. In my 10-year plan, because 10 is easy to work with, I'll pay $4,100 and I'll have a paid up $6,000 policy, okay? So anyway, I don't want to beat it, to death, but that's a good question. And I hope that illustration helped everybody understand how that goes. All right. So thank you, Alicia, for that. Really appreciate it. We have it in Spanish too. So if you want Spanish materials, it's in Spanish. Rate book and underwriting. Get this out. Look at it. Everybody gets one when they're appointed with us. For brand new people, a couple of highlights in here. Okay, a couple of highlights in here. Preferred, standard, or modified. So you've got your preferred here, which is day one coverage. Day one coverage. Our modified plan, if you get our modified plan, don't say the word wait. Try not to say the word wait, which is W-A-I-T ever. So use the word modified, okay? And that means that if they were to pass away in the first 2 years, then their family would get all the money back, plus an additional 10% on top of that, okay? On top of that. And then on the 25th month, then you will go to full face amount, okay? Also on this page, be aware, everybody asks these questions all the time. How much can I write at what age? Okay, how much can I write at what age? So here it is, pretty clear. Here's your age bands, depending on if they are ages, 15, 76, 45, 70, 78, okay? Yes, I like the plan. Security Care is a 10-year and 20-year. Okay, I'll show you that too. Diana is talking about a 10-year and a 20 pay on plan. So I'll show you what that looks like also. But yeah, this is the age bands on the simple security plan, okay? We go on down here and scroll on down to our Security Care plan. The Security Care plan. Okay, so we have, again, right here. It works a little bit different, but I'll show you the difference right here on this one is that the limited plan is what you're looking at 25, 50, 75, and 100, okay? So basically, if you've got a $10,000 policy and you get a plan here and you were to pass away in the first year, then you would get $2,500. Second year is $5,000, and the third year is $7,500. All right, so that's on the Security Care plan. And what Diana's talking about, I'll get to when we go to the rate calculator and show you a couple of things on the Security Care plan option that she's talking about. When it comes to the MIB plan, it works a little different here. All right, so if you take a plan right here, and let's say they've got Alzheimer's or dementia, or they've got some issues going on, I'll show you what this looks like. So let's say that we're going to do a $9,000 policy on someone that's 60 years old. Okay, so you see the age bands, 55 to 64. So that's 60-year-old, okay, policy here. And they want $9,000 worth of coverage. Well, we're going to write them a policy for $60 a month. Okay, so I'm going to do the math for you over here on this and write it down. $60 a month is what the client pays, 60 a month. And if you see the bump over here is a $15 a month bump. What does bump mean, Keelan? It just simply means interest rate. Okay, so $15 a month in bump interest rate. So you see it right over here, 25% here. In this age group, it's 42.8%. In this age group down here, it's 11. In this age group, it's 2.5. Okay, so it's 2.5 down here. All right, but let's do the math over here on the side. Let's do the math on the side. We have this age group, okay, and we have 60 a month, 15 a month. That's $75 a month that's going into what we call the bucket. Okay, so if we basically, I like drawings, I like visualize things. It's just me, but you've got a bucket of money right here, and $75 a month is going into that bucket. So if you've got your camera out, you may want to take a picture of this so that you can kind of get a visual of what that looks like. So you've got 60 going, and you've got the money from SNL coming in with 15, and it grows and grows and grows and grows down here. Okay. At any point in time, as you will see on the right over here, we have a 10-pay plan. Look at the 10. At any point in time in this plan that the client passes away before the 10-year period, the beneficiary gets all the money in the bucket. The beneficiary gets all the money that's accumulated in the bucket. The client's money and our money. If they make it 10 years, guess what? They have a full paid up Jesus policy for $9,000. Okay, $9,000 paid up. So this is a plan that if someone does not qualify, because we always want to put people in plans where they get the face amount, sooner than later, either 1 year or 2 years or 3 years or 4 years. This is a plan that grows because they're not able to get anything else anywhere else. But those are pretty good interest rates for those plans for people that may be a little bit unhealthier or having some issues. Okay. So that's kind of like a fast overview of the MIB policy, but you can find those things in your rate book again, right here. Height and weight, height and weight, height and weight is very crucial. I want to drill this in, everybody. I really want you to look at this. Okay. Let's take someone 5'8". Okay. Let's look up here at the top. We've got height, preferred, standard, or graded. Okay. So someone 5'8", 5'8" right here, I'm drawing, can have a preferred policy and weigh up to 262. They can have a modified policy and weigh up to 280. What if they weigh more than 280? What if they're higher than 280? So what we have to do in that case in point, and remember I told you, we normally write the simple security plan. The only time we're going to write the security care plan right here is if they are over that amount. And then we'll have to go down here if I can get it just leveled out right. Look at there, pretty close. 5'8", they can go up to 355 and get what we call a limited. Remember the limited I showed you? Okay, so they're under limited up here. What if they're over 355, Keelan? Well, at that point in time, we can go in and write them what I just showed you, which is the MIB plan. Okay, which is the MIB plan. Okay, so the summary of that is there's nobody, no matter what their height and weight is, that we can't write a policy for. We can write a policy for anybody. We just got to make sure. I just don't want you to get out in the field or over the phone and find somebody, because you need to be asking that question. Some people, some agents just are fearful of that question because they think it's kind of being imposing on someone's rights or whatever, but it has to be asked. It has to be said. So, and I kind of include it into the prescription question. So I'll simply do this. I'll simply say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, are you on any, I just need to know, are you on any medications for anything? And I say how. I say the word, this is the one you might want to take away. How. This is a Texas term. So the actual term is how is. So in Texas, we pronounce it hows. or howls, or however it is. But that means, how is your height and weight? How is your height and weight? So when you ask them that, on that, on a how is your height and weight, that kind of gets them off of the defensive and says, oh, well, it's pretty good. I'm about this tall and this much. Okay, so that gets them into their opportunity to tell you how they are doing. Okay, so you might want to use that, and you can use how's is, or how's you doing. That's a Texas. How's mom and them? How's mom and them? So, anyways, those are slang words straight from Keelan. So here we go. So medications, you have to be a drugster. You're a drugster, whatever the term is. I'm on a tangent today. So, but you got to know your medications. Okay, it's very important that you spend some time in here looking around, and very important that you're able to pull this up. Okay, it's a very simple guide. It goes like this. What is your medication? Okay, it's right here. This is a blood pressure medicine. How many of them do you take per day? Do you take more than 5? No, I don't. I only take 2 blood pressures. You're preferred. I take 6. You're modified. Okay. Right. Do you have asthma? Preferred. Okay. COPD, modified. Cancer. What is our cancer questions here? Look at this. So here's cancer. Let's just go through this for a second. If you have current cancer, decline. Cancer-free for 91 days, we get a modified. Cancer-free for 2 years, we get a preferred. Isn't that cool? Okay. Cancer-free for 2 years, we get a preferred. Okay. You're going to use that. Be sure you take a look at it. Let's go look for some insulin. Let's go look for some diabetes. Let's go see what we've got going on here. Okay. So let's look at current modified, less than 90 days. It's cancers. Where is my insulins? Keep on going down. Found one before. Seizures. Let's look at seizures. Okay. If you've had a seizure within the last 30 days, decline. If you've had seizures longer than 30 days ago, but you still are on seizure medicine, you get a modified. Okay. I'm just going to draw it. It's easier. Okay. So look at my handy dandy. Here's a little spot right here. I'm going to draw 3 stick figures. Very important that you know this right here. Diabetes. Jesus, there it is. Okay. So diabetes. Here is my rendition of 3 stick figures. There's stick figure 1, not very pretty. Stick figure 2, not very pretty. And stick figure 3, not very pretty. Okay. 3 people, all diabetic. How do we rate them? First one over here on the left is our preferred person. Okay, and that is on metformin. That's pills. Okay, we can write them preferred. Second person, when we get into diabetes, is on insulin. This is a standard. They're on insulin. Less than 100 units a day. That's standard. Okay. Right here, this is modified. Insulin, greater than 100 units a day. So just be prepared to see some of those, okay? While we're on preferred, this stick figure over here can have high blood pressure, can have cholesterol, can be on thyroid medicine. They can even be bipolar. They can, many things here, preferred, as long as over here modified relates to section 3 of the app. Okay, and again, standard relates to section 2 of the application. So if you look at the application, you've got these. Modified person over here, many things many things in section 3. So when you look at this, the way you would know, as you'll all probably have or you've seen it, I don't want to be redundant, but section 3 of our applications, okay, sorry, I'm going over here and looking up, jumping into here. Let's just go to Texas. Section 3 of the Simple Security Plan, this is where you find all right here. Section 3 is our modified people. Okay, modified people. Look how many things that we take. Who do we write? Who do we cover? Wow, there's a lot of things we cover in here. And when you're out and about, you need to know these things because it's very crucial that when you get out in the field, you can go in here and tell people, oh yeah, we cover that. Oh yeah, we cover that. Oh yeah, we cover that. Okay. Oh yeah, we cover that. Okay. So if I look right here and who can we write? See if this will pull up. This is very good for you to have. If you want a copy of this, you can have a copy of this if it pulls up here. My computer isn't too bogged down. Who can we write? Look at those people. SNL protected us over the phone. Okay. One simple phone call and we got a policy. Who can we write? Wow. All diabetics, metformin, angioplasty, stent, bypass, heart valve, pacemaker, cancer, TIA, stroke, heart disease, it goes on and on and on. For time purposes, I'm not going to go through it. But look how much we cover. You have to be the person that knows this. You have to know this because here's the thing, you're going to get out in public. You're going to be wearing your blue shirt or not, or I'm going to get you a blue shirt and a lanyard. And you're going to be out there and they're going to go, oh, SNL. Oh, yeah. I probably couldn't get a policy. And you can say, yes, you can, ma'am. Yes, you can, sir. Look how many things we protect. By the way, we even protect Corona. Okay. So it's very crucial. You know, not what we don't cover, but what we do cover. Okay. So just challenging you to get sharper in your skills of field underwriting and get sharper in these case in points. So when you go in here, you'll know what we can cover and what we can't cover. Okay. I think it's very crucial that we knock that out. Okay. I think that was part of the question on diabetes. Oh, so let me jump real quick here and through these, give me about another 10 minutes, everybody. Bear with me. Ask for referral. This is just, if there's nothing else you get, ask for referrals. Take this referral form, print it out, order you some. Okay, order you some supplies. Again, we're not going to go through supply ordering today, but because of time. But when you get into your portal, go into your marketing, go into your supplies tab. This is on Agent Portal 1.0. And also for everybody that's really liking 2.0, 2.0 has also a tab to order supplies too. It's a little bit different. So go in there and check this out. Order supplies on 2.0. It's actually laid out pretty well. You've got your brochures to order. You got your forms. You've got general items that you can go through. You can order leads. You can order your Facebook leads right here. Okay. And you can order SNL swag. Okay. And you can order swag through here. Okay. So some things and some shirts. General leads right here. I really didn't see this. I didn't know we had this, but that's pretty cool. There. Oh, okay. Never mind. It'll be fixed. That's why I didn't know it was in there. Okay. So leads, you can go back to Facebook leads. Order you some supplies. There it is on the Agent Portal 2.0. And here he is on Agent Portal 1.0. Okay. So again, because we're running out of time here, I'm not going to jump through that. I know it's kind of fast. I do get it. Okay. But we're going to jump in. Did I make you feel comfortable, Mr. Jones? Are you happy with the protection? Did I answer all your questions? And would you recommend me to friends and relatives? And if they say yes, 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 and in Texas we say heck yes. And if you like me and I did a good job, give me some people. Show me the money. Show me the people. Okay. Because here's the deal. My favorite term is that I want to build a business with people just like you. I want to build a business with just like you. Okay, just like you. All right. So that's very important that we build businesses with people just like them. Okay, and just like them. Okay, so that's what we're trying to do. All right, so order some of those. So let's go down, and again, you can download. I put some state applications in here. If you're in one of these states and you want a shortcut to order some apps, fine, and do that. Okay. Order some leads today. We had 2 questions on leads and rate calculator. I'm going to solve these 2 questions, and then we will be done for this session of today. Direct mail. This is our bread and butter. Okay. If you have lead credit and you want to order some direct mail leads, now's a good time to do it. When you do that, every time you sell a policy, you're getting 10% additional lead credit. You're getting 10% additional lead credit on everything that you sell. When you get ready to go buy leads, all you got to do is jump in here and order some leads, and we will pay for up to half of the cost of your leads. Okay. One caveat, you must have written a policy within the last 30 days. So stay active on writing policies. That's why I always want you to try to write a policy every 30 days or so that you, when you do get ready to order and use your lead credit, you can use it. You just saw the Facebook leads right here, okay? And those are ones that are approved for lead credit, and those are ones that people are filling out ads on Facebook, on the internet, and you're getting the responses and you're able to contact them. And then a brand new one that's not lead approved, lead credit approved yet, but I think it's still very good. You can do this one. This is a very good telemarketed lead. So telemarketed leads are ones that there's a call center, okay? And within that call center, then basically what happens there is during that call center, they're able to receive phone calls, and then you get the recorded call and you're able to contact people back. So if you're interested in ordering leads, get with me after this. If you've got lead credit, we'll find out in your territory what's the best for you and what you want to do in your territory. Okay, right here, this is the company number. You probably all have it, the 855. Save that in your phone because it's very crucial when you do your phone calls, when you do the telesales app, that you're able to complete that through the opportunity there. Okay, so 2 things right here. Diana was talking about the 10 pay and the 20 pay. Within Security Care Plan, which is our older plan, if you like selling a policy based on 10 years and 20 years paid up, I got paid up in a 10 or 20 year, you can look down here at this Security Care Plan. And when you jump into it, it does have an option for you to do right here, a 10 pay or a 20 pay. The premium will be quite a bit different, because you're obviously paying the policy up quicker. So there's more premium involved, okay? But you can use a 10 pay or a 20 pay. Again, watch the premium. It will be higher, but it will allow the client to pay it up in a 10-year or 20-year plan. You don't get paid as much commissions on it, so watch that also. But if you just have people that are just dying to do a 10 and 20 pay plan, it is there. It is there, okay? So we're going to land up here. Somebody wanted me to kind of show them the rate calculator. This is our rate calculator. Remember before we have the SSP preferred, okay? So we've got our SSP standard and modified and preferred. We've got our Security Care Plan member from 0 to 40 primarily. Our eye care plan for younger people. And then remember our MIB plan, the one that's paid up the bucket where we put premium in and they put premium in. Let's just jump in here to preferred and show you a quick rate, show you how it works. I can use any state I want to. All the rates are the same. Age 65, age $15,000, a female, non-tobacco. These 2 riders, brand new people, the riders right here simply go like this. You can write up to $10,000 on a rider. Okay, you can write up to age 18, and they fall off at 25, and they fall off at 25. Okay, up to 10,000, up to 18, and they fall off at 25. Accidental death benefit rider right here, up to 25,000. Okay, up to 25. So you can add double indemnity. You can double indemnify a policy, and it will cover twice as much, up to $25,000. Okay, so for this purpose on this rate, We're not going to choose these, but you can use those if you want to. And then we're going to calculate in Miss Jones is at 65, female. Okay, you've got 65.79, $15,000. One reason you want to do EFT, okay? One reason you want to do EFT right here is this right here, and you have the best rate. So you see the rates are the best by about $4. So it's the best rate. It has the best persistency, which means it stays on the books the longest because you're not compromising a credit card. You're not compromising a debit card. It stays on the books longest. And you get 9-month advance on this one. Okay. Credit card, we do take Direct Express card and credit card, any form of those cards. It will be as earned for you. You will get paid monthly. Whoa, hard time. And then direct, it will be also as earned, but you will need to collect first month premium in the form of a money order or a cashier's check. Okay. You'll have to collect that and you'll have to mail it into the company. So it's a little bit cumbersome. All right. And doing that. All right. Back on the policies a little bit, just so you'll know, Simple Security Plan, our Simple Security Plan is the only policy we are actually writing on telesales over the phone right now. Okay, so Simple Security Plan. So Diana was talking about the 10 pay and 20 pay security care that has to be done in person. So just know that, it's okay, but just know that. What if Miss Jones can't afford it? All right, Miss Jones' premium is too high. Simply hit the back calculator and you go, Miss Jones, I know we need a policy here. I know it's very important that you have a policy here. Okay. But it's very crucial that we make sure you can afford it. Okay. So right here, what can you afford? So if she says $50 a month, I type in $50 a month and I hit calculate, and it's going to give me an indicator over here, an indicator as to $50 a month, what Miss Jones can afford, $11,250. Again, that's an indicator of what she can afford. I'm going to simply take this over here and go, perfect, Miss Jones, hit my back to calculator, clear this out right here, back to calculator. I'm going to put 11,500 in there. And I'm going to go back down. I'm at the calculator. And perfect. Miss Jones right here. 5123. Will that work? Because we can get $11,500 in there. Okay. So play with it. You can solve for premium and you can solve for the face amount. So premium and face amount are both able to be solved for. Okay. Last two things here. So go into your telesales app. This is your telesales app. Okay, so go right here and click on telesales and go practice. Practice makes perfect. This is your ball field here. Practice. You can go through this screen. You can go through the next screen, all the way to the third screen, and it still won't submit the app for you. Practice in here. Go enter some data in there. Run a quote on yourself. Write a policy on yourself, whatever you're going to do, okay? But you can't hurt this. Go in and practice. This is also, if you see at the secure button up here, this is also a time-sensitive type app, okay? So what I mean by that is that it's secure for purposes of securing the client's information, okay? So if it takes more than a little while to complete it, okay, it will time out, okay? Okay, so Jesus, he's asking about the draft date part, okay, of the policy. So that's kind of tricky question there. So for those of y'all that want to jump, I'm gonna really go in here and hustle through one of these real quick, and I'll show you the draft date deal, what he's talking about. Okay, so that y'all can know. I'm just gonna enter some information in here. This is what state it's signed in. It doesn't really matter. Zip code 78633. That's fine. Actually, they caught me. I'm in Texas. Let me show you this real quick. This will catch you if your height and weight's off also, but you can continue this and it will show you if I messed up or not. Simple security plan. Okay, so it's very easy to go through these little toggle. What he's talking about here is this part right here, the billing information. So let me just pause for a second here and look at this question. Does the insured receive Social Security or disability? If they do, put yes. This is very crucial because if they do, they actually get paid on the second, third, or fourth Wednesday of the month. So the second, third, or fourth. So we want to make sure we put the draft date when they get paid. All right, and when they get paid. So this is actually a two-part question. So you've got the top part here, and then you have the bottom part here, okay? So here's how I asked the question. Maybe this helps out a little bit more. The first thing I asked, number one, is this question. Mr. and Mrs. Jones, when the company receives the policy, do you want it to go effective immediately or not? Yes or no? Do you want it to go effective immediately or not? Yes or no? Okay, so if I've got a client that's paying $50 a month, do you want them to draft that immediate or not? Okay, if the client says, yes, I want it to go immediate right there, I hit yes. So then what is my second question? That's kind of in reverse. When do you want the rest of the payments to be taken out? Do you want it on a certain Wednesday of the month, or do you want it on a certain day of the month? Okay, on a certain day. Okay, it can be anywhere between the 1st to the 31st. Okay, so in this case in point, everybody pay attention. Jesus, I hope this helps out really clear. Is that in this case in point, if we draft immediately right now, today is 4/1, okay, 4/1. They're going to draft the policy on 4/1 or 4/2, okay? What if I get on this question, what if they come in here and say, okay, after that, I want it taken out on the 15th of the month? Then, all right, here we go. We're good. So what we have here is that we're going to draft one payment today, and then we're going to wait till what day to draft the next one. And just look right here. Don't really pay attention too much on this because there's not a 15th here, but you put it on the 15th, which means the 15th. So they're going to come in here and draft it today, and then they're going to wait till what day to draft the next payment. They're going to wait till 5/15 to draft the next payment. Okay. So that's going to be in May the 15th. And the reason is that between today, obviously, and the 15th of this month is not 30 days. So we will never draft two payments within 30-day period. Okay. So they're going to wait till 5/15 to pay the next payment. Okay. So they get a month and a half actually in that case in point. If my client says, no, I do not have any money right now, which I want you to be prepared to, if you have a client that says, I don't have any money right now, I can't write the policy, that's okay. We can write a policy and post date it up to 30 days. Okay, so we can still come in here and choose no. And I could still come in here if this client wanted to and get drafted on the 29th of the month, and we will hold that policy. We will approve the policy, but we won't take out a payment until 4/29. Okay, until 4/29. Okay, 4/29. So just know, maybe hopefully that helps out as far as billing goes. All right. Also go through here, one last thing, go through here on your agent portal, okay, and go into your supplies, order some, but go into your state and find your state. Here's the applications. This is the last thing I'm going to say. Okay, go through your applications right here and find your applications. Go through this contract completion brochure right here. This is a very good self-explanatory way to complete paper apps, to complete a paper app, and to complete a paper app. Okay. If you're having problems completing paper apps or you have some questions on that, let me know. And we can definitely walk through that because I do that, and I'll probably be going back next week and training on how to complete a paper application. Okay, from that standpoint. All right. So here I'm going to summarize. I've done an hour and 40, so I can't tell you how much I really appreciate everybody that's been on the line today. It's been wonderful. I want to thank everybody that's here and everybody that's been listening to me. Again, let's summarize this down. We serve people. We serve people, okay? And we help people, okay? And we actually need to go out there. We need to be branded. Find me on Facebook, look me up, be a part of the team. Let's get branded. Let's bring the blue SNL to the field. Let's protect people. We have 8,000s, 10,000s, 56,000 people that need you right now. They need you, and it's your time. You've got contests, you've got money, you've got family, you've got apps, and we need to go protect people. Don't let anything hold you up. You are a professional Security National Life SNL final expense agent. It's your job to find people. They need you right now. They're scared. They're worried. They want protection more than ever. Okay. Joy, you'll see me in the future. Come down to Georgetown, Texas. Spend a couple days with me. Let's drill down. We'll do some high level training in there, and we'll sharpen skills. If you need anything, let me know. I'm here for you. We're all in this thing together. So happy Thursday. Have a great rest of the week. And as we say in Texas, adios.